it's your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Prestige P. As you guys can tell from the title, what I'll be talking about today, juicy, 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 juicy. Oh my God, it's gonna be juicy. Whoo, going back into my past. Damn, girl, you've been bad. Okay, but before we get into this video, please don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below and turn on that bell so you can get notification from me. Alright, so let's jump into this video. But before that, let me drink some water. So I never did this on my channel before, and this is gonna be very different, very interesting, very fun. Okay, so let's go back like 15 years ago. All right, if you guys don't know, I'm Jamaican. I was born and raised in Jamaica, and I came into the United States at the age of 16 and a half, almost 17. Let's just say 17. So reverse, when I was in Jamaica and I started high school, I think it was grade 9 I was in. No, I was in grade 10, yes. Because in Jamaica, it's from, you start high school from grade 7 all the way to 11. So I was in grade 10, and this girl, don't know, I just don't know, she just did not like me. Ha! Don't know why. I mean, I never took her man, I never talked anything bad about her. She just didn't like me for no reason. I just still don't know why she don't like me. Anyways, so she didn't like me. We all know about this. I had four really close friends that, like, we don't do nothing, away. We always together. Like, we do everything together. We eat together. We wait for each other and go to school together and all of that stuff. So, I have my friends, and we talk and stuff like that. And one of my friends told me that this girl, let's call her Anne. Okay, her name is something Anne, but just let's call her Anne for now. All right. Anne did not like me, so I was friend with one of her friends, which we still are friends up to this day. And every time I go to speak to my girlfriend that is friends with her, she always give me that look like, bitch, like what's up, why so I'm like, okay, I want to know why this girl don't like me. I just want to know. So I go up to her and I was like, yo, straight patois right now, like, yo, my girl, why you don't like me? What's the problem? So she's there, yabba yabba her mouth off, and she's just cursing. She just said she just don't like me. She just don't like my vibes. Some say, all right, cool, fine. You don't like my vibes. All right, I like it either. So she was in another class, and then we was in the same class, grade 10, but she was in another class. So every time that I had went to her class to go see, my friend, this girl is just the energy when the girl look at me, like she just want to rip my clothes off, like she just want to fight me. So, I leave it alone and just go about my business and all of that stuff. So one day, I was just being rude. She was waiting for the taxi to go home one day. I was already outside there waiting for the taxi. So she came where my friends was, we were all standing up, like 10 of us standing up waiting for the taxi. And then she and her friends come and then stand up right in front of us. So I was just being rude. Yeah, so after that, now I had this box juice. I don't know what you call it in New York, but this juice, but it was in a box juice, and I had the ice in it. So I sucked the ice, I suck it off, and then I throw it at her. I'm sorry, I throw it at her because I really wanted to fight her now. So I throw it at her, right? And then I pretend that it wasn't me. So she looked around, and then she turned back her head. And then I do it again. I suck the ice, but one of her friends knew it was me because one of her friends looked around and saw me doing it. So she didn't say nothing to her that it was me doing it. So I was there and I suck the ice up, and then I throw it at her. So it hit her bag, and then she turned around and she dropped the bag off. And she was like, "How are the bomb? There go. Who threw the ice on me?" And she had gone the most way. I was like, yo. So everybody started laughing. Cause I mean, she could have cursed you out. Like, you could never curse that girl out. But one thing with her, she can't fight. You know, some people that they love to curse, and the words and the stuff that they say out of their mouth, you'd be like, yeah, that was her. But for her to be physically fighting, she can't do shit. Anyways, let's get to that story later on. So I was there. She still didn't know. I mean, she kind of know it was me because out of all the bunch of us, it's just me she didn't like. She liked everybody else, but she didn't like me. Anyway, so she was there cursing and all of that stuff. So the next day, she didn't fight me or anything. So the next day, she was already at school, and then when I came to school, she was outside, and she and her sister was there. So I was talking to my friend before we went into class, and her sister came up to me and said, "Yo, what's the problem with you and Anne? You know, what a problem? Why you want to fight her? Why you want to pick on her?" I said, "No, your sister don't like me, and every time she see me, you know, she's dropping her words." So anyway, it's like, I don't know why she bring her sister to me, because I was the type of person that I never back down from a fight. I don't care how big you are. I don't back down. So when her sister came up to me, I thought she was bringing her sister to fight me, because trust me, that would have been a disaster. Trust me, that would have been a disaster. So anyways, her sister didn't say anything to me afterwards. Her sister was like, "Yo, leave her alone, blah, 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 blah. Don't let me have to come up here again." So I brushed it off. Anyways, let's get to the good part, the juicy part. So one day, we had school finished early that day. I don't know what happened, but normally school's supposed to finish at 2:30, but I think school finished at 12 that day. So before I went outside to wait for the taxi to go home, one of my friends went up to me and she was like, "Yo, Patrice, Annie's talking about you, blah, 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 blah. She said she wanna fight you." I was like, what? All right, let's go. I was, that day, and it was really hot too in Jamaica, that day I was ready. So the whole crowd, oh my God, it was a crowd when they see me coming, because they know I was ready. Oh my God, I don't know how they knew, but it's like she was ready to fight me. Instead of being arguing with me, she was ready to fight. So when I went out there, I saw a whole crowd over there. And then when they saw me, they was like, "Ray, fight. I was like, what? So me now being very, "Hey, what's up?" So I went over there, and she had, I don't know, she had not a stick. She had a metal, like a pipe metal in her hand. And I see this guy gave it to her when I was coming. And I was like, what? So I didn't have anything in my hand more than my backpack. So I dropped my backpack, and then I saw another pipe metal on the floor. So I took it up because she had a metal. I didn't know she was ready to fight. But that day I think she was in the mood. So I was like, all right. So when I went up there now, she had the metal in her hand like this, like she was ready to swing. So one of her friend, I don't know this girl, I don't know where she is. One of her friend was right next to her, and her friend, I saw her friend coming like she wanted to, gang me up. So when I see she's about to do this, I grab her one. I grab hers and I swing mine and I bust her head. Man, I bust her head. And when I bust her head, she's still fighting me. So her friend jumped in to hit me and her friend was hitting me. So I was fighting both of them. I was fighting her friend and the other one. So afterwards, when I let the girl and go, after I bust her head was bleeding like right here, like blood spewing all over her clothes and all of that. So my other friend just grabbed me and said, yo, come on, come on, come on, come on. So I left and I went into a taxi and I went home. So I heard that she had fainted because it was so, when I say it was hot, Jamaica is so hot. So I guess the heat, and then, the blood and everything, I don't know, but I heard she fainted. And then I went home. So I was nervous. I was like, oh my God, I never bust a girl head before. I never fight and let somebody bleed like that, So afterwards, I was there, and I think it was after 8, I was like, oh my God, my mother and my father are gonna beat me. That day I was like, oh God, I'm gonna get expelled from school. I don't know what to do. So I was shaking. So my phone rang and it was the police. I was like, holy shit. But my father was at home. I think it was me and my brother was home. Yeah, my father was still at work. So when the police called me, she was like, Patrice? I said, yes. So she was like, oh, Annie's down here and she's going to file a complaint, and she's filing a paperwork against you because you bust her head and all of that stuff. So I heard Anne in the background talking, so I knew it was really true, and the police called me. So I had a police friend that I was, yeah. So I called him and I told him what happened. So, he said, all right, cool, don't worry about that, and I'm gonna take care of it, because, if you have links in Jamaica, you're good, okay? Just so you know. So they came to my house. I don't know how this girl know where I live. They came to my house. It was 5 cops, and they have them big old gun. I'm like, what? How you gonna come to me with big old gun in your hand, ready to do what? So she was there. Her other friend was there. And the police had called me, and 3 other or 4 other police guy in them police uniform with some big old long gun. I'm like, you really come to do this to me? So anyways, they knew me. They knew that I was, talking to that guy, the cop guy. So they didn't press any charges. It was like, yo, let's fix it. You could pay for her medical bill or whatever. So I really don't know what happened with her medical bill. I didn't pay it. To be honest, I did not pay her medical bill. I really don't know what happened. So, she was there. She come outside and she was like, yeah, you bust my head, blah, 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 blah. So, I was there standing up like this. So the lady was like, is that true? I said, yeah, man, she was fighting and, I bust her head. So, she was like, oh, so what the lady said to Anne, what are you going to do? If you're going to press charges and all of that stuff? So, after a while, I guess she really didn't want to press charge or anything. So she was like, oh, well, leave it alone. Let's, pay her medical bill and then we could all drop it. So I really don't know what happened with her medical bill. I didn't get any bill. I don't know if my father got it and paid it. I didn't know. But that's what happened. And then the next day, my father came in so mad. I don't know how he found out. I was trying to hide it from him. But I guess people talk, and my father found out. He was like, yeah, go to school for fight. Yeah, boss girl head. Oh my God, it was crazy. Like, if any of you Jamaican watching and you know how your parents are, you will know what my father was saying. He was like, yo, my son go to school for fight. Blah, 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 blah. I was so nervous. I thought I was going to get beaten. So anyways, that happened. My father was so upset with me. He didn't give me no lunch money to go to school. He didn't care if I went to school. He was like, oh yeah, big man, take care of yourself, blah 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 blah. So I was like, all right, fine. I didn't say nothing. He didn't give me no lunch money. My sister was in college at that time and she was working, so she gave me money to go to school. And my friend that that cop guy, he gave me money too to go to school. So that's how I went to school. And from the fight, me and she, like, when she see me, she didn't really say anything to me, so it was like dead down. So when I went, I got suspended. Yes, I almost got expelled. I got suspended for 10 days. 10 days, I couldn't go to school. So I was just there, waiting for my friend. Like, I still go to school, but I was waiting outside the gate. So when my friends them come out, I could just still, hang with them. So that's what happened. And after a while, my mother was here in the United States, and she called me, and I told her what happened. So when I told her what happened, she was like, oh, this is getting over, this is too much, you're unruly, you're blah, 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 blah. I was like, trust me, I was so unruly, so unruly. Like, I was out of control. I'm dead serious. When I was in Jamaica, I was out of control. Like, nothing or nobody could have stopped me from doing what I want to do. And then after a while, my father shipped me away to my mother in the United States. So that's how I came up here. And, things was getting really out of control. So there was like, you know what? Bring Patrice up here, because I don't want to get no call that my daughter got killed and blah, blah, blah. Because trust me, it was really bad. When I say it was really, really, really bad, it was really bad. I was the type of person who fight anybody. I was very disrespectful. Like, nobody could have said on to me. I was cursing them out. And then I was coming in home late and don't come home the next day. Yes, that's how I was. So, she sent me, she sent for me, and then I came here, and then I started to go to school here. So that's how I started to, start being okay. Not really okay, but better than when I was in Jamaica. And then I met my daughter's father, and then I had a baby, and then that's when it completely changed. After I had my daughter, oh my God, every single thing changed. I was not the Patrice everybody thought I was. I was not the Patrice the way how I was back in Jamaica. I did a 360. Like, right now, a lot of people don't think that I could have changed. When they saw me, they was like, yo, I'm so proud of you. You changed the way how you was and stuff like that. So, having a daughter did change me. I mean, I don't know how it would be if I didn't have a child. Maybe I still would be unruly. Who knows? And I said to myself, you know what? I'm glad that my mom took me up here, because the way how I was in Jamaica, maybe I would be dead. I don't know. Maybe I would never be where I am today. Like, things would be totally different if I was still in Jamaica. So I'm so glad that I came up here, and I'm so glad that I had my daughter, even though it was a lot of complication. Let's not get into that right now, but if you want to know the details, let me know in the comment section, what happened between my daughter's father and me. But, maybe I'll talk about that. Who knows? I mean, it's kind of personal, but I think I don't know. Maybe it comes up in my another story time. Maybe I talk about it. Maybe I give you a little input, but who knows? But anyways, that's the story of me fighting the girl and busting her head. That's the story of me being so unruly. But yeah, guys, I don't know if this video gonna be too short or too long, but I just want to tell you guys how I was, back home in Jamaica and stuff like that. And if you love to see, me doing more story time and stuff like that, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I will definitely see you again in my next video. Bye guys.